Yo guys, Impulse191 here, welcoming you to the first Sun and Moon Showdown battle that I'm having here on the channel. So today we're going to be jumping in. I'm going to be doing a quick team builder, looking at some of the new mons. I decided to build a quick team to see how things went, and I basically built it on the types of the Pokemon, not for their competitive stats. Well, obviously their competitive stats helped, but I decided to try out these guys. So before I keep rambling, let's go into the thing. With a lot of the Sun and Moon Pokemon being quite slow, I decided as my first Pokemon that I'd bring Klefki. Obviously it's got Light Clay to prolong the screens for 8 turns. We've got dual screens, Toxic and Thunder Wave. No attacking move because it's not really needed. Klefki's just there to get the screens up and provide some support with status if need be. This team's had quite a few games and it's lost 1 game so far, and that was because Thunder Wave missed. And obviously 90% accuracy often feels like 70%, but yeah, it missed 1 time out of all the games I had. I only used it a couple of times because the main role for Klefki is to get those screens up. If I can get both screens up once or twice a game, I'm quite happy. Next on the team is I wanted one of the Guardians, and the one I decided was this guy, Lele, not quite sure which how you pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it Lele. We've got Assault Vest on there because it has a natural special bulk, and I thought I'd boost that up a little bit. We've gone EVs into full HP and full special attack with a modest nature. And Psychic Surge, if you did not know, prevents priority moves, and it also boosts psychic moves by 50% in damage. So Psyshock is 160 power after Stab and the Psychic Surge, which is really good. And obviously Moonblast is another powerful move. This Pokemon is Psychic Fairy, or Fairy Psychic, I'm not sure which way around, but yeah, so these are the 2 moves that we've been using the most. Hidden Power Fires on there just for Scizor and for Theraphone if they happen to show up, and Thunderbolt's just there to provide a little bit more coverage if we need be. But I think I've only used Thunderbolt once. The majority of the times it is these 2 moves, and obviously behind the 2 screens we're able to do whatever we want. Scizor, not a threat at all since Bullet Punch can't touch us because priority moves fail, as I've already said. Sucker Punch, nothing like that can actually do anything to us. Next we have got a Wall. This guy's not got a very good base stat in his HP, but his physical defense and his special defense have got ridiculously high, like 150 odd or something like that each. So we've gone into HP to provide him up with that bulk. With his natural defenses, he's going to be a monster. We've got special attack invested with a modest nature again, I believe. And even when he's not behind the screens, which normally he is, he can take many hits. Baneful Bunker is Protect, but if they make contact it poisons them. And then Venoshock, obviously double damage if they're poisoned. We've got Scald to fire off an additional damage. This is a water poison or poison water type, so it's got dual stab and obviously recover to get that HP back, and regenerator if all things go bad. But this Pokemon, I can see this Pokemon going up in the tier. I can't, if it survives in OU, it's going to be like the new Chansey. It's ridiculous. Obviously some of the tiers have shifted. We've got Genesect down in tiers, and some of the Ubers have dropped, and some things have, I don't know. So I guess they're going to change and mess around with it for a couple of weeks or months or whatever they're going to do. But yeah, this guy seems really promising. After having these guys on the team, I decided that I needed a flying type. This guy is Steel Flying, which is really good, and he is quite defensive. I've not had a chance to use his ability. Beast Boost boosts his highest stat by 1 stage if he gets a KO by hitting him with a move, but obviously I've not had any of that action because of the set we've gone with. We've gone Leech Seed, Protect, Iron Head, and Toxic. It's obviously like a Stoli Pokemon. Get some HP back, and it just, these 2 alone provide so much beats. Obviously this guy's weak to ground, this guy covers it, this guy's weak to psychic, this guy covers it, and it's just, yeah, really good. After getting all of those guys, I decided I needed some attackers, so my last 2 guys are attackers. We've got Incineroar at Life Orb, it's got Intimidate to drop those attacks, it's got Dual Stab in its Dark and its Fire move. It's got some Priority Fake Out in case we need to get some chip damage on something, Stall a turn for Protect or Toxic or Burn. But yeah, I've found that Burn is not very good at all now it's been nerfed. If anything other than a physical attacker takes Burn, it literally does not matter. Leftovers recovers more than it, so these guys can be burned all day long. They'll just eat it up. Leech Seed, he'll laugh it off. He laughs it off with Leftovers alone, never mind Leech Seed. And the same goes for this guy as well. So special guys don't care about it. It's only physical guys who get the attack drop. Obviously, this guy cannot get an attack drop because he is a fire types, and fire types cannot be burnt. So we've got a pretty solid team by the looks of it. And last but not least is Klefki. Oh, the HP, we've gone all defense in this guy. We've gone HP and attack in this guy because he's got trash speed, and we've got dual screens up, so we can just sit behind the screens, get some smashes off. We've got Intimidate, which lowers our attack even more, so he's gonna survive for quite a while. And last but not least is Diancie, Mega Diancie at the standard timid nature. Got massive special attack. It's got Diamond Stone, which now provides a +2 defense, 50% chance of that. It's happened a couple of times, not so often. We've got Moonblast, which obviously wrecks worlds, and we've got Earth Power, which has been tremendously useful. And instead of having Protect, which we don't need anymore because of the speed increase activating immediately, we've got Stealth Rocks. And I found myself not Mega Evolving first turn, taking a hit behind the screens with some more natural defense that normal Diancie has got, getting Stealth Rocks up, and then on the next turn after that, switch into high gear, Mega Evolve, and get some smashing done. But yeah, let's go into one of the games that I had, and yeah, we'll see how it rocks out. I've had 3 games, well, I've had a lot of games, but I've recorded 3 games, so yeah, let's get on with that. Here we go. So I've got a post-game battle I'm going to run you through, and I think the other ones in the future are going to be live, obviously, like the previous battles that I've had in the past. But I just wanted to see how this worked out. Obviously, you can see that it's not fully working for the replays, but when you're in game, when it's a live battle, you can see what they've got and such. So let's get into it. So I'm going to lead with Klefki, and my opponent leads with this ice fighting guy. So I'm going to stick up a Reflect because I checked it out and it's got really high attack. So it goes for an Earthquake, so I'm going to have to switch out. I go into my flying guy who's a steel as well. So we'll take a neutral blast, and it looks like that he's going to be a mixed attacker. So I figure I might as well get a Toxic up on this thing as he goes for some sort of prediction. And now I'm just going to get a Leech Seed on whatever he wants to do, whether he wants to switch or if he wants to come in. So he goes into Incineroar, and we're able to get a Leech Seed up. And instead of just switching straight out, I think I'm going to scout what it wants to do. So I go for the Protect just to get some Leech Seed damage on it, and we see that it's a special attacker. So now I know where I'm going to lie, and I go straight into Pex to eat up anything that this wants to do. Obviously, we've already seen that this guy is a water type, and he's also a poison, and we're going to be able to take hits forever. So he's going to switch out into his dragon, into his Dark Dragon. We're going to go off for a Scald. It gets the burn. That thing's a little attacky, so a little too attacky for my liking. So we're going to go out into Klefki, who resists both of his typings. So we get, we're obviously immune to Draco, and now we're going to be able to set up our screens again. So he goes for the Fire Blast. We're able to tank that because we're specially invested, and the Light Screen, which is good. Obviously you can see how little the burn is actually doing. He's just ignoring the burn, even though he's, because of leftovers, he's not very fast. So I know that I can come in now, get a 4 times effective attack off behind the screens, but it turns out we're faster than it. So obviously my guy's not very fast as well. I think it was 225. This guy comes in, he's got Filter as his ability. Well, it's called something else, but it's Filter. It's a psychic type, so I'm going to go for a double Moonblast and get that KO. He comes in with Incineroar. I decide to stay in, go for a neutral hit since I'm behind screens, and he goes for Malicious Moonsault. Not quite sure what that does, but it does a decent amount of damage to us, but we're going to be able to fire off another Moonblast. Mudsdale comes in, gets the stamina boost, which is not going to help him out because we are a special attacker. And obviously our terrain fades out. We've still got our screens up, and he goes for his high horsepower. No idea what that move does, but it takes us out. Unfortunately for him, he's on low HP, so we're going to be able to Mega Evolve and take it out with the Diamond Storm. I was fishing for the +2 defense for the rest of his team, but we didn't quite get that off, and the Reflect fades off. Next off is his Fighting Dragon. We're just going to Moonblast that because there's nothing it can do. As we know, a lot of Sun and Moon Pokemon are slow. Another guy weak to Moonblast because he's fighting, as I've already previously stated. We're going to be able to get that out. And then finally, Incineroar comes in on his last legs, and we're going to be able to take that out. So there we go, that's our first battle on the channel for Sun and Moon. So hopefully you enjoyed this little battle, this little commentary, and next time we'll try fish together some live battles, maybe even change up the team. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, leave your comments down below for some feedback. What do you think to the new changes for Sun and Moon battling system, and what's your favourite Pokemon from Sun and Moon so far, competitively, not just for looks and stuff, but competitively, if you've looked into any of the data or played any of Showdown yourself. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, so if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to meet and mash like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters!